All right, guys, today we're going to do Battle Axes, issue number 1 of 4 from Vertigo DC Comics, made by, where does it say? Jerry Lubin and Alex Horley, covered by Alex Horley. For mature readers. All right, so yeah, this is from the 2000s, cover is from 1999. This is supposed to be some kind of an edgy, funny book, but doesn't really land. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna introduce to these characters. So Hrofa is the leader. Skold is a druid, I guess, or apprentice. Freya is the daughter of Hrofa. Two lesbians. I don't mind. I mean, it's not being, whacked over the head as they do now. Sigga and Bruna, right? She's a warrior woman. She's, I don't know, a crazy person. Anyway, so they are looking for a job, right? And they are here at this town called, yeah, something where I don't know, but Medirius, Jesus Christ. Anyway, but it's something trouble there, and they are coming. Well, too late, and everybody's dead. Well, not everybody. So there are some people that's been, I don't know, stoned to death, I guess, or killed. Right, and they are the violence is very visual. I like that. Reminds me a little bit of those Lobo comics. So these guys are Tenguts, right? And so they are saving the town, and this guy comes in and says, "Thank you," but he says, "You're girls? We're women, Mister." Except, what happened here? Isn't anyone guarding this place? There was a whole Imperial division here, but when the Tenguts showed up, they're gone. We tried to resist, but we're not allowed to own weapons. Anyone can ride in here and do what they want, even a bunch of women. Yeah, thanks a lot, dude. You got a hell of an attitude, mister. Consider we just saved your pregnant wife from being carved like meat. I said, I'm grateful, of course, but we never seen people like you. Why are you here? And I will say, we are here for honest work, right? What sort of work? Well, it seems that Freya is, the feisty one. So she says we're mercenaries from the north, right? And she says, forgive my daughter Freya. She can't understand why people in these parts have such trouble believing women can do the job. Female warriors, you must come from a very strange country. No stranger than this one. So, and then they are coming in, having a chat, right? And so he says, I only wished I could offer you more, but there's nothing here now but ruins and dead. If we are still hungry later, we can always cut the balls off of some Tenguts. Really sick of having these people suffering enough. Don't worry, she's kidding. Are you sure? I earlier saw her cutting. I don't eat them, stupid. I make them into wallets. Okay, that made me laugh a little bit here. So this guy says, I heard of such custom among barbarians who served the emperor, but never of their ranks, including women. How did you become warriors? So she explains that she's coming from a tribe where everybody is basically the same. So boys and girls learn how to farm and cook and stew and to be warriors, right? We honor the goddess as well as the god. If you had in it to excel at something, sex was no limitation. So they are basically raiding, but they are realizing that the neighborhood is also poor. So they're going overseas to become mercenaries, but then it seems that, Easterners would hire men as mercenaries, so we women were forced to stay close to home while our sons and husbands traveled and got rich, he says. She says. She says that her husband, the chief, died. I was entitled to displace unless a challenger defeat me in combat. At that time, there was a man named Gunnar who became something of a big shot in the village, and he recently returned loaded with booty from the east. He also brought a new religion, which said that God was a man only, and that our people should be like those who serve, with women subservient to men. Not all men agreed with him, but many did. They began meeting in the forest, where they drink, drum, and tell each other how fine life would be when they ran things to suit themselves. So, and then one time she challenged him, right? Or he challenged her for the chiefdom. So he says, let's do it in a week. But then, I don't know, she's starting having dreams, right? Because It seems that she has dreams about Gunnar, have make passionate love to him. And the worst part was when I finally woke up in the morning, shaking and sweaty, I still wanted him. So she's going to some druid to see if she can help, and she's giving some, I don't know, some herbs for sleeping. But then another druid, more like a young apprentice, Skuld was her name, waiting at my hut. And when I told her about the meeting, I was even more surprised at her response. It might be the nurse, but it might be something else. Let me have a look at your bed. Just what I was afraid of. So it was some kind of a charm, right, that leads her, to having it induces irresistible sexual desire. Where can I buy this? So she wants to cut this guy up, and then the druid says, the real question, where is he getting power? Gun is no magician. Someone must be helping you, right? So she thinks that maybe the druid is in his thrall, right? Because normally she would, the first thing she should have done is check for a charm, but she didn't. Anyway, so this warrior woman is angry, so she confronted him, right, in the forest. But then, Mother, says Freya, what are you doing here? You've been calling Gunnar's name in your sleep all week, so when I saw you sneaking off tonight, I decided to follow you and see if I could really be doing what I thought you were. Traitorous bitch you are. So she thinks that she's in love with him, right? It's not what you think, she says. Well, the hell it's not. My father's funeral pyre has hardly cooled, and you're dropping your pants for this bastard who wants to steal his legacy. Well, if you're not going to fight for chiefdom, I will. So basically she's challenging him, right? And he accepts. So 1 week later, what's her name? Sorry. Harafa. They say, hey, damn it, Freya, listen, he's going to use magic on you like he did on me. And she says, please, mother, stop embarrassing yourself. You're just afraid I'd kill him. Right. So they're having a fight, but it seems that she has the upper hand. But then, I don't know, she's seeing 5 gunners, all of them naked and excited. Big deal. I've seen him before. What's wrong with her, Rafa? She's attacking the air. Damn, he's using magic again, but this time something more than a hidden charm. So the apprentice comes and it says, hey, it's the druids, right? She says, it's true. She's having an affair with Gunnar. She even agreed to follow his religion. She's been working against us all along. She's in the goddess hut now, casting this spell. She's got to be stopped. So she says, hey, leave it to me, Harafa, and she's, killing her. And but what's too late. He's getting the upper hand. So the only way Harafa could save her daughter's life is begging for mercy. So basically, this guy takes over the place, and and established that there is no woman were ever again to be equals of men. He forbade girls to be trainers, warriors, banned all old religion, and allowed only male elders to sit at the council. Though I expected the women to rebel, they did nothing. But it was no longer our affair. In return for Freya's life, I promise Gunnar we leave. Right? So Freya's still angry at her mother, but then, she's getting a scolding because she didn't do what her mother asked her to do, right? You were thinking quite a bit for jumping to conclusions. Absurd my challenge, and then went around telling everyone I was letting Gunnar ride me like the old grey mare. Now that is over now. I'm asking you to stick with me, and not because I'm your mother and but because we're mother and daughter, but as a team. I think we can make a lot of money in the East. So basically, she's asking the group to come with her. So she is now the head of the woman, Freya, daughter, great warrior and heedless of caution as she is of the wind. Brunna, my old bodyguard and friend, she can eat, drink, and fight like a platoon of men. Better, in fact, I've seen her whip a few of them. Sigga, her lover, the fighting skills of a champion and the mentality of a wild animal. Some have killed themselves rather than face her. And Skuld, the apprentice, who agreed to use her skills with healing and magic to do what others are unable to do with our swords. All right. So they're coming together. So they are, telling the story, right? And now they are here at the Empire of Byzantium. So he's going outside, for a peep, and then she wants to have some nookie. But then I don't know. Tenguts are coming back. Are these Tenguts or are they more maybe the guards of the Empire? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, so they are defending themselves, running away, and then so these guys come says, "Man, I have enough of this bullshit. Too bad we have to kill these sluts before we can F them." All right, so there's some modern slang in here that I really don't like. I mean, this said in the 8th century. I know this is coming from 2000, so it's not really modern slang. It's 24-year-old slang. Still, I don't like it. I wish they have more authentic kind of language, like in those Conan's books. I know it's not really authentic, but, close to. But, this is supposed to be a mature, fun, quote unquote, quote, fun comic with, these kind of language, right? Anyway, so yeah, the blood and guts are all is here, and so this says, save it, Freya. Obviously, the Imperial garrison returned to clean things up. Okay, so they are the garrisons, right? If they come back for us in force. So she have an idea. So she says, "Hey, let's get the clothes of those Tenguts we killed." All right. And then we go back here. So this guy is called Lord Ivold, and he is, I don't know, some big shot. And this guy is explaining to the prince here that there is trouble in town, right? So Lord Ivold, pushes the prince aside, basically establishing his domination because he's probably too weak and he's a young guy. Your Highness, what's the trouble here? Really, Ivold, it's nothing I can handle. Right. With all due respect, sire, this may be a situation that calls for some experience. What are you squawking about, soldier? Bandits, sir. Some 15 or 20 attacked us when we are reconnoitering. What's that kind of word? Reconnoitering? Never heard of that. For supplies, we lost 6 men. So he says, is that so? Well, I happen to know that town is clear, Private. Could it be you find some gold and murder each other over how to divide it? No, sir. Ivold, how do you know the town's clear? Commanders at the gates! The Tenguts are back. Wait, goddammit, man, why don't you wait? Something is strange here. Why are there only 4 of them? So it seems that he has hired the Tenguts for their cooperation for this empire, right? So they are in cahoots with each other, I guess, right? But then they are attacking the prince. Looks we back to general at least. Wop. My God, you women! I'm getting awful tired of hearing that. So she says, who the hell are you, Pippin? Says this Lord Ivold. Why are you attacking us? She says, we're taking you prisoner to just be a little bit more simple. You can take me prisoner, you stupid slut. I command the mercenary forces of the entire Brazilian army. Then you're just the man we want to see. Basically, she says, hey, we're mercenaries. You want to offer our services, right? And you got nerve, bitch. I give you that. Too bad it won't. She's right, Ivold. Why not take them back with us? I think the Emperor will be quite upset if he hears we've done away with them without giving him a look. You know the Emperor? Very well. I'm his oldest son. All right. So the son explains later, because they are, friends now, I guess, that they are at war with how do you say, with the Tenguts. Their Khan, Asagi Gobi, decided he wanted to marry a member of our royal family to enhance his prestige. He explains that his father has no respect and he refuses. He sent a female dog instead. The Khan swore he wouldn't rest until he married my sister herself, and he's been wreaking havoc ever since, right? And he also talks about his father is, protected by some kind of a creature, right? Do you think it's true? Oh, I don't know what it's matter. No one listens to me. I was supposed to command this mission, but Ivan won't let me do anything, including lift a finger to save that town. So she said, that won't happen once you know what you're doing. You don't lack guts, Your Highness. Just proper training. All right. So then we go to the rest of the teammates, and there's she's in spirits here. Well, the apprentice. also, has some fun positive to say, but then what's her name? I forgot the name. Siga is basically making fun of her, right? But then Freya comes in. Why don't you leave her around? She is here because Horafa asked her to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good old Horafa. She's been riding beside the prince all day. He must be quite a fascinating fellow. So she's making fun of Horafa, right? And she's just driving off because she's angry all the time. But then she sees this, I don't know, burned corpse. And then Lord, what's his name, says, impressive, isn't it? Some use milestones to mark the way to the capital, but the emperor uses the bodies of his foes. If you want to keep your hands if you keep your hands, keep them to yourself. Now, I was just trying to be friendly. We're both from the north, after all. So are my worst enemies. All right, if that's how you want it. Tough little wench, aren't you? I think you will enjoy Berzunia. It's a tough town. All right, that's the end of this video and this, issue. We're going to do issue 2 pretty soon. So what do I think about it? I think there is. I'm not really immersed. First of all, the modern language takes me out of it. The jokes lands here and there, but not also good. So, I mean, it's okay, but not really good. And so there's not really a clear bad guy and a good guy, except probably for the prince. I mean, even these are higher than themselves for coin. We're gonna see if it's getting better in issue number 2, but it's more like an introduction issue. So let's see where this is going. All right, guys. See you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.